Hi everybody, this is Jean-Charles Compagnon with the KiOui app. Today we're going to help one of our user, Antics for Everyone, to fix some of his issues with Ki Googalytic and to make his application work. So I've logged into his application right here, and I've already asked him to make me an administrator of his Google Analytics so that I can actually see his Google Analytics here and look at the settings to try to figure out why it's not working. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to come here and we're going to check the config item. So he has add tracker code to all item, which is good. And eBay item, eBay UA, this all looks good. One of the first things that I see here is maybe that there's a space here at the end, and that might create an issue. I'm not sure. We'll test that a little bit later. So now that we know that he has had it enabled like this, we're going to go here and open this into a new tab and check some of his items just so that we can make sure that the code is actually being added to his items. So let's see, eBay is a little slow tonight to load. Okay, so it loaded. So I'm going to go to some of his items for sale. And this one was newly listed. So let's look on the bottom to see if the Google Analytics code got added. And it doesn't look like it's been added. So we're going to right click here and we're going to view frame source because he might be using the stealth version. And I'm going to scroll down all the way to the bottom. And there you go. And I can see that that's what's happening. The code was actually added there, but he's using the stealth version where we actually don't show any icon there. So this means that the code is here, and it means that it's working fine. So anytime we hit this item by pressing refresh, we should see a hit in Google Analytics. And obviously, if I go here in Google Analytics, we can see that there's 0 visits. I'm going to go with all website here and real-time overview, and we can see that there's no hit here. So let's try to figure out what's happening. The first thing that we're going to check, I guess from here, is to look at the properties that it might have. So we're going to go here, look at the account, and we're going to look at the account settings. Account name, Google Analytics, that looks all good. We don't want to report any special things. We're going to look for filters here. Filters are sometimes things that create problem because having a filter obviously filters the information and therefore might not be recording everything. But with the account and the property and the all website, there should not be any filters with the all website. And you can see that there's filter at the domain, the account level, and there are also filter at the profile level. So we're going to go look at the profile, and there's no filter as well here, which seems to be good. We're going to look at the settings as well, just to make sure. Website is eBay. That looks good. All website data. Not e-commerce tracking. We don't really care about that. Site search. We really don't care about that. That should just work like that. So the first thing, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come here, and because all of that looks good, I'm going to try to remove that space here at the end. That might be what's causing the problem, and I'm going to save the information and make sure that there's no space at the end. There, I don't see any space. So now let's go to the item, and I'm simply going to reload the item and go back to Google Analytics, all website, and try to see if I get any hit through the real time. So let's see, I'm the admin section, so I got to go into the reporting, real time, overview. Oh, and I just got a hit. And guess what? I'm from Minnesota, and it's me right there in Edina. So I think that's what it was. It was the space here at the end that created the problem. So obviously there could be, all kind of different issues. Some issues might be with the profile that it needs to be looked at. Sometimes the tracking number is not being added to the item for whatever reason. So you can go to the item revise error. Sometimes an item is ending within 12 hours and therefore cannot be revised, and the tracking number cannot be added. So let's see, let's go to status, item revised. My internet is just a little slow tonight. This looks very good. Again, all of that is very good. Okay, there it came. And there's no error found here, or no record found, meaning that there's no error adding his item or adding the code to his item. So really here there was a problem of the space here at the end. So I'm going to mark that down, and I'm probably going to try in a new revision to add something so it automatically removes the space at the end if there are some. And this usually happens when you copy paste. For example, from here you would copy paste and then you get a space at the end or something like that. Okay, so while we're at it, for debug purposes, config events. There's pretty much nothing to config events. It just works by itself. It's going to load in a second. Again, my internet is a little slow tonight. I don't know why.